Oh my God, I love being motivated. I love being motivated. Me too. I love being motivated.
Hey everybody, I'm Brett Dupree, your spiritual life coach. Today we're talking about the power of emotions. Emotions are the driving force in your life. I know for myself, every time I get up and speak in front of somebody or write a blog, I make sure my emotions are behind it. Everyone always tells me they love my enthusiasm and their speech, that my speech really sticks with them. That is because I put a lot of enthusiasm and love through my speech. However, just like everyone else, I started afraid. I decided early on in my Toastmasters career that I would put a lot of enthusiasm behind my speeches even if I'm not very good. That allowed me, for the first time, after being a Toastmaster for 6 months, to make it to the district level and speak at the fall conference in 2010. Spring conference, my bad. For those who don't know, to make it there, you have to win your club, your area, your division, and then make it to district. I didn't place, but still today, people tell me that they remembered and loved my speech. And isn't that what anybody wants? Well, of course I want to win. But at the same time, I love touching people's lives. And people tell me today, my speech was about the power of emotions, which is, you can see on an earlier video of mine. And people today tell me that they speak to themselves or even look in the mirror and say, I love you, because of my speech. And I know it's because I put enthusiasm and emotion into my speech. The first, it's break down into 3 steps. CPU. Or CPU. I guess, depending on which way this turns out, I'll actually maybe write letters there. Eh? Calm, pivot, and upgrade. First step is calm. To be a public speaker or any aspect of your life, it's natural to be afraid. Jerry Seinfeld has this joke that the number 1 fear is the fear of public speaking. The number 2 fear is the fear of death. That means at a funeral, the person giving the eulogy would rather be in the box. My favorite theory I ever heard on why you should be afraid of speaking, or why we are afraid of speaking, is way back into the day when we were on the Serengeti of Africa, or maybe it was a forest, I don't know the exact term. We were a collective, a group of people, and to speak out could cause us to become abandoned. And since we are, for the most part, weak and pudgy creatures, to be abandoned by your tribe equals death. First step is calm. Stand up. Put yourself in a very proud stance and smile and beam. Don't move. Feel sad. Notice the disconnect. Now put your head back and feel happy again. Don't try to feel sad. Just revert back. But notice the disconnect. How you feel moves your body. When you feel sad, you go like this and you're there. At the same time, just putting your shoulders back and beaming will make you feel good. How you move your body affects your emotions. That's because emotions are a response to a stimulus. Which is the second part of calm, is I remember what emotions are. Emotions are a chemical combination. I don't know the exact chemical names, but they connect and I feel, and they do something to my body so I can do something. For instance, if I see a snake, adrenaline is pumped in my body, and I feel afraid of the snake, to either fight the snake or run away, or freeze, or flight. Either way, the emotions are the response to a stimulus. So if you're speaking, the emotion of fear is the response to the stimulus of fear, of speaking. Then I remember it's just a response. It's not a magic emotional thingamajigger that I can control. I can control my emotions by changing my response. So do the things to calm you down and change your response to that stimulus. The best way to calm down is deep breaths. 2 is pivot. Pivot is changing what those emotions mean to you. Changing the response. The act of actually changing the response. When I speak, I first think of what I want to get out of the speech. I'm going to grow. I'm going to grow as a person. Growth is very important to me, and thinking about growth makes me very excited. When I get ready to speak in front of 300 people, like at the district conference, I was feeling afraid, but I thought, how much growth am I going to get because I'm speaking in front of all these people, including a former world champion of public speaking who was in the audience. What an amazing opportunity. And not only that, I pivot to what the audience is going to get out of my speech. All my speeches are trying to be informative or inspirational or informational. I try to combine inspirational and information. And I want to give that. That's the thing amazing about human beings is we feel good when we give. It's ingrained in us. If you go to a 1.5-year-old and point, they know the object that you're pointing at you want, and they will grab it and give it to you. There's positive emotions are flooded when you give gifts. We all know this. Christmas is just as fun for the parents as it is for the children. We see this every day. And when you give a speech, or when you do any aspect of your life that helps others, you will feel great. You feel wonderful. And remember that part of your pivot. And next is upgrade. Think of a happy moment. The happiest moment of your life. Right now, your emotions are still flooding. All those emotional chemicals are flooding into your body. Your brain is extremely intelligent, but not very wise. Your brain does not know the difference, really, between experiencing and remembering. When you remember those great moments, you're filling yourself with those great emotions, as if you're living it that day. And then kick it up a notch. Bam! To quote Emily Lagasse. Really energize those emotions. Imagine the emotion exploding out of you as you imagine your brain just dumping more and more dopamine, more and more of the joy chemicals in your brain. Imagine them spin in your body. Imagine them explode in your body. Imagine yourself feeling amazing. If you do this process, CPU, for any aspect of your life that you want to put more enthusiasm in, soon you'll associate that event with enthusiasm. Now, after doing this for 3 years, I've been a Toastmaster for 3 years now, I love speaking. When I feel that nervousness before speech, it excites me because I'm going to grow, I'm going to share with the audience, I'm going to become a better person, they can become better people, and I feel so much enthusiasm, so much love. I'm giving, and I feel so much positive emotion, and it's exciting. I love it. Woo! In fact, tomorrow I have a contest, the area contest for our club, for our club area, and I am buzzing when I think about it, and I can't wait to give that speech tomorrow. I hope I win. If I don't, I know I will have shared my message with people and give a chance to improve just one life, and it's totally worth it. It's all you have to do. CPU. Calm yourself down, then pivot the emotions into a positive, and then kick it up a notch, bam, with an upgrade. Thank you for listening to my video, and next time you go out to speak, speak excitedly.
JoyousExpansion.com JoyousExpansion.com Come and say hello to Brett Dupree. He is a spiritual life coach, good for you and good for me. Turn my life from grey to blue, I'm sure he'll do the same for you. Get in touch and you'll see your life will change dramatically. JoyousExpansion.com JoyousExpansion.com Yeah.